You know, sometimes where you measure something and it looks like it's all going to be fine, and you actually do it and you start rethinking your life's choices. This is currently my situation. We just ripped apart the podcast room. This is a little studio that we use, and the reason for that is got a new bench. We've had a tiny little desk, which has been fine. But next year we're planning on remodeling this room and making some more room, taking all those inbuilt cupboards out. But managed to get a really good deal on a table to put in here to give a more sitting around the table type feel to the podcast. So with the awards coming up, we've decided to rip everything out and get started into it now. So let's go grab the table. This is the table, picked up off Facebook for about $300. It is big. It is just over 2.4 by just over 1.2. It may be too big. We're about to find out. Let's see. Otherwise, check Facebook for a really good deal on a table out of Adelaide. Oh, it's big. You know, sometimes where you measure something and it looks like it's all going to be fine, and you actually do it and you start rethinking your life's choices. This is currently my situation. This is big. We do have some plans to take these cupboards out, and that's going to add some more room into the room. And I think at that point it'll feel perfect, because I kind of want it to come this way a little bit, but we'll certainly make do. I think we might set up the chair over here in the normal sort of pattern, and actually just make sure we've got in the right position, sit at all the points, make sure it's sort of podcast worthy before we start putting everything on it, and maybe even start drilling holes. So let's get some chairs out. What happens at the moment, because it's such a thin desk, is we all sort of sit back here and we all sort of sit a little bit off put from each other, whereas I'm hoping around a table we all sort of sit there and we're an appropriate amount of distance away from each other. There we go.
What's for dinner?
It feels like that, doesn't it? And so I'll pass that to you. But the idea of being here that we actually can engage across the table. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see if it has any actual effect on the podcast, or if it's just more comfortable to be in. Before we can work out exactly what room you need, we need to show you all the equipment that you've got to handle. A vision mixer, one of those. You'll need one of these. And that will convert all of that into a format that the computer will read as a webcam. Then you're going to need an audio mixer for all your sound. And then we're going to need a computer to drive things. So let's give that a go. Having some dramas. What should be showing up on the screen now is the images from at least that camera should be showing up on there, and it's not. And we've tried all sorts of settings and Googled the problem, and it seems to be a common problem. Don't know quite the solution. We had plans to get what's called an ATEM mini probe thing, another vision mixer, smaller, more dedicated for streaming, and will allow us in some future projects to sort of combine that and this to stream more cameras and more feeds and such. So that was on the agenda for next year. That might be on the agenda for this week. If we can find one in stock, because they've been painful to get worldwide, and if we can get it here, what are we today, Thursday? If we can get it here by Tuesday next week. So let's start Googling, Josh. Get on to it. It's time to find some stream decks. What are they called? Forgot the name of it. ATEM Mini Pro. Well, there's the Mini Pro, and the Mini Pro ISO. I reckon you want to get the ISO, because you always get top. It's a good price. Oh, how to stop. Okay. It doesn't matter how good the price is. This one's reasonably priced. $12.80. Oh, they've got a chat. Excellent. There we go. Alright, now it's in. Yes! There's one left in stock and it's express. Alright, how do we do it? Confirmed. So hopefully they will get that out tomorrow and it might be Monday, maybe Tuesday. Alright, good. Well, need to get you some time. So this one's hooked in. Jump on that for a little while. We're going to have a little play and get to know the system without that. And so there you go, man. So there you go.
Get the light of the screen.
That's the desk. Josh, you kind of look like you know what you're doing now.
Oh, halfway there.
Yeah?
I'm learning and adapting with my mini screens.
With your mini screen. They're tiny, aren't they?
Yeah, they're a little bit small.
A bit smaller than what we were planning on, but that's alright. Anyway, so a little bit of practice and hopefully this unit arrives.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Sweet. Well, we'll be back when that unit does arrive and make some more plans.
1 week later.
We're broadcast day. It's the podcast awards tonight. So now we're basically going to do a dry run. That little ATEM seems to be working. Happy with it, Josh? So for the
so far.
10 seconds you've played with it.
Looks nice.
Yeah.
We'll find out in about half an hour.
Pretty, all the lights. So hopefully that's the only drama we have in getting it set up. So now it's time to grab some tripods out and get the cameras all lined up. We've got a bit of sort of artwork and stuff to do for the show, but we'll have a technical run through, make sure everything like that works. And that way, if we need to go pick up some cables or do something like that's not meant to make that sound. Anyway, we'll go pick up whatever we need to do to make everything work technically, and then we should be alright to go. So we've got plenty of time. We're meant to be going live at about 8 to 8:30. We're having a challenge with one of these cameras, Ben, and I'm thinking, how's that A6400 from Sony been for you? Yeah, it might be. We've been kicking about back and forth on it for a while, so maybe tonight's the night we pull the trigger. This has become an expensive evening to put together when you bought a new Vision mixer anyway, but that's alright. Alright, cool. Well, we won't ever regret having one of these in the mix, I think, and yeah, happy. Your videos look awesome, so I'm pretty happy to try and follow that lead, mate. We talked with Ben about this camera and been looking it up, and JB Hi-Fi somehow miraculously today have 20% off all Sony mirrorless cameras. So while I wasn't planning on buying a camera today, we were planning on buying one of these next year. So anyway, we just sped that up a little bit. And while we're out, actually, we need to grab a cable for the audio for tonight. So we'll do that all in one trip and go from there. Ready to go, Josh?
Let's go. Well, hello and welcome to the Precision Shooting Podcast. Very special episode tonight. This is the awards. Dutchy, you look very confused.
Sounds like the guy who was doing the intro was like shucking oysters or something.
I did hear that. And first off, welcome back, Dutchy. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's been a while, I think.
It's probably nearly been a year. It's not far off.